It's a common misconception that individuals with depression are simply lacking motivation or being lazy. However, depression is a complex condition with various symptoms, and not all sufferers exhibit the same signs. It's difficult for others to identify depression in others as it manifests differently in everyone. Depression can affect anyone at any age, and it's important to remember that mental health is just as important as physical health. If you are feeling any of the signs mentioned above, please reach out for help from a mental health professional or crisis helpline. To better understand if your lethargy or lack of motivation is related to depression, here are 10 key indicators to look for. 10. Loss of interest in activities. If your enthusiasm and interest in activities has diminished significantly, this could be an indication that you are in the midst of a depressive episode. This lack of motivation and drive can manifest itself in many different ways, such as difficulty attending school or work, loss of interest in hobbies and interests, and an overall reluctance to engage with those around you. You may find yourself preferring to stay at home for long periods of time, feeling incapable of mustering up the energy needed to take part in things that normally would bring joy. If these symptoms persist over a prolonged period of time, it is important to seek professional help. 9. You can't function. If you find yourself increasingly unable to manage everyday tasks such as work or school, and your laziness is becoming a burden or an obstacle in your life, then it may be a sign of depression. In order to diagnose depression, psychologists will look at the 4 Ds: deviance, distress, danger, and dysfunction, to ascertain if any of these are present in the person's behavior. If there is significant interference with daily activities due to the person's laziness, then it could be indicative of more serious mental health issues, and it would be prudent to consult with a professional for further assessment and treatment. 8. Sleeping too much. Hypersomnia. Excessive sleeping can be a key sign of depression and is not just a result of being lazy. Oftentimes, people who are feeling dejected or disheartened will find themselves sleeping longer than normal as a way of avoiding their feelings and the reality of their situation. This form of escapism is common amongst individuals who are struggling with mental health, and it can be difficult to resist. Additionally, long hours spent in bed can affect daytime activities like social engagements or work commitments, which further contributes to poor moods and an increased sense of hopelessness. 7. You can't overcome your laziness. Laziness is something that can be hard to overcome, but is usually a matter of willpower. Depression, however, requires more than sheer determination. It's a mental illness that requires professional treatment, such as therapy and possibly medication. Overcoming depression can be a long journey, and relapse may occur throughout the patient's lifetime even with treatment, contrary to popular belief that it is just something one can shake off or get over. Recognizing symptoms early on and seeking assistance can help to manage depressive episodes better. 6. A physical illness is worsening your depression. Depression and chronic illness can have a mutually exacerbating effect on each other. Chronic health issues can make it difficult to maintain employment and can lead to decreased motivation and productivity, which can in turn worsen depression. If you are experiencing a recent worsening of a chronic illness, it is important to consult with your doctor. Be informed about your medications and their potential interactions with other drugs or activities. Don't hesitate to ask questions about any side effects. It's important to remember that what works for one person may not work for another, and medication is not always safe for everyone. Seeking medical attention for both your chronic illness and depression is crucial for managing both conditions effectively. 5. You can't motivate yourself. Individuals who are feeling lethargic and unmotivated may also be struggling with depression on top of this. Unclear feelings of loneliness, sadness, and despair can linger even in the presence of close ones or when doing activities previously enjoyed. Even the most enjoyable tasks seem to have no effect in improving one's mood, no matter how much rest they get or how many self-care techniques they try. This is an indication that more than just being lazy might be at work. Professional help may be needed to tackle these overwhelming symptoms. 4. Your laziness isn't triggered by anything. Laziness, often manifested as procrastination, can have many underlying causes, including low self-esteem, a lack of positive recognition from others, or a lack of discipline and self-control. However, when it comes to depression, the reasons for its development are not always clear. Depression is not typically caused by just one thing, and it can come on suddenly and without a clear explanation. If you are feeling down, disheartened, and lacking energy, depression may be the root cause. It is important to seek the help of a mental health professional to determine the best course of action. 3. You're addicted to your phone. Using phones and social media too much can be an indication of depression. This is likely due to people seeking a distraction from negative thoughts and emotions, comparison on social media leading to low self-esteem, feeling isolated from lack of face-to-face interactions, disrupted sleep patterns from blue light exposure, and being overly connected leading to stress. It's important to note that while phone and social media addiction may be a sign of depression, it isn't the only cause, so consulting a mental health expert is essential for accurate diagnosis and treatment. 2. Neglecting personal hygiene. When you are neglecting your personal hygiene, it can be an indication of underlying depression. Poor hygiene or lack of proper grooming can signal that you are struggling with feelings of hopelessness and despair. This behavior often results from a difficulty in feeling motivated to take care of oneself. Neglecting your personal hygiene can escalate over time, leading to further issues like isolation and a lack of energy. People who are depressed may find it difficult to take showers or brush their teeth and may also stop wearing clean clothes. 1. Physical exhaustion. Physical exhaustion can be a sign of depression for several reasons. First, depression can lead to feeling tired much of the time, even when not engaging in physical activity. This type of mental fatigue often manifests as a lack of motivation, difficulty making decisions, and feelings of apathy. Additionally, the low mood associated with depression can cause you to engage less in physical activity and move more slowly, which can further contribute to fatigue. Finally, people with depression may not get enough quality sleep, which can lead to a lack of energy the next day. Share your thoughts and experience in the comments below. If you found this video helpful and informative, why not show your appreciation? Give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends. They'll be sure to benefit from the advice and information provided. You can also hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date with our latest videos. Thanks for watching.